School Senior Cup Rugby on Setanta Sports. St Michael's College take on Terenure College in the first match of the quarter-finals. St Michael's went out at this stage last year, losing to Clongowes, but 9 of today's starting 15 were involved last season, and that experience is in key positions through the spine of the team. St Michael's beat St Andrews College 25-7 in round 1. Terenure looked very well organised in the first round, scoring 3 tries to beat local rival St Mary's 24-11. This might be a step up, but if Terenure can get the ball to their exciting backline, they have every chance of progressing. There's a fantastic atmosphere at Terenure. There was a heavy shower a few minutes ago, but on the 4G AstroTurf pitch here, that should not be a problem at all. There's a strong gusting breeze, and that may cause a problem. Certainly if either side or both sides opt to use the high ball tactic, we could be in for a very, very interesting afternoon. We're still waiting for the two sides to appear. There's some of the Terenure faithful. They're very happy with what they saw of their side against St Mary's. And can they repeat and advance to the semi-final? Let's take a look at today's teams. St Michael's are unchanged in the pack. Ronan Kelleher, Stephen Judge and Sam Griffin are in the front row. Ryan Baird partners Jack Dunn in the second, with Oisin Dowling, Scott Penny and Barry Fitzpatrick in the loose. Harry Byrne starts at standoff after coming off the bench against St Andrews. Tomas Colleen is at scrum half. Eno Kelly moves from 10 to 12 to partner James Hickey. Christopher Carey comes in on the left wing, with Michael Heaney moving to the right. St Michael's are captained by their fullback Jack Kelly. Terenure go with the starting 15 that defeated St Mary's. Christian Collins and the try scorers Sam Dardis and Zach Vaughan are in the back three. Stevie Barry and Ted O'Donoghue are in the centre. Mark Kerwin and Mark Fabian continue at half-back. In the forwards, Jack Boyden, Jacob Henry Hayes and Sean Collins are across the front row. Rory Byrne and Adam Melia, the big man in the heart of the pack. Jeff Clarkin and Conor O'Sullivan are on the flank. Jack Dignam captains Terenure from number 8. On the benches, David Ryan and Jeff O'Loughlin started for St Michael's last time out, and all the others were introduced. For Terenure, only number 20, Jack Cadell, did not see game time, so both coaches trusting their respective squad depth. Well, anxious faces in the crowd. That's some of the St Mary's supporters still waiting for the sides to emerge here. It'll just be a few more moments. So very tense moments in the dressing rooms for the two sides. Anxious moments, quarter-final stage. Both with good wins in the first round. St Michael's maybe went up against it a little bit. They lost their flanker, Oisin Dowling, to a red card, but battled their way over the line with 14 men for most of the game. Terenure, members of the bench there waiting for their side to come out. Both sides changing in the Bective Rangers clubhouse this year as Old Wesley is being renovated. St Michael's supporters waiting anxiously. We're expecting Terenure out first. And here they come, led by their captain, Jack Dignam. Had a huge game against St Mary's in the first round. Well, we'll have to come past the St Michael supporters to come all the way down to the Old Wesley end and line up in front of the Terenure College supporters. All looking quite calm. They've had the first round here and got that out of the way, so should be less pre-match nerves, but maybe a small bit more tension as it ramps up as you get closer to the final rounds of this Cup. Quarter-final, as I said, this is the first quarter-final of the 2016 Leinster Schools Senior Cup. And Terenure against St Michael's will be starting in just a few moments. We've full live coverage for you here on Setanta Sports. Well, Terenure splitting into 2 pods on the pitch. Here come the training, coaching staff and the medical staff, and behind them here comes St Michael's. Sky blue shirts and navy shorts, and they are getting together into a huddle on the pitch. We will be underway in just a few moments, and you can expect a rip-roaring start to this game. Both sides lost to the quarterfinals, or Michael's lost to the quarterfinal stage. Terenure in the first round last year. Today's match referee is Brian McNeese from Clontarf. Vastly experienced referee. Plenty of noise from the St. Michael's support, looking to lift their side before things get going. Terenure going through some line-out warm-ups, getting ready for kickoff. Interesting, just the difference in approaches of the two teams. Terenure in 3 pods, St. Michael's in 1 big huddle on the 10-metre line. Brian McNeice there just checking with his officials that everything's ready. There's 2 touch judges already. Well, how big a game will the 2 number 10s play, or how important will they be to this game? I think there could be a bit of an aerial bombardment in this breeze. Mark Kerwin at 10 for Terenure. Harry Byrne is at 10 for St. Michael's College. And Terenure will kick off. Ball in the hand of Stevie Barry. Well, unbelievable noise at Donnybrook as Brian McNeice blows the whistle, and the quarter-final phase is underway. Safe take, good catch by Barry Fitzpatrick just outside the 22. He was a try scorer in the first round. Ian O'Kelly asking a question, but the defence closed quickly. Ball passed back into the 22. On-rushing defenders putting a lot of pressure. Oh, almost a fumble there. Well, it's fast and furious stuff here. But St. Michael's managing to hold on to the ball okay. They go to the boot. Just came down very hard with the breeze behind. And the first infringement of the day knocked on.
Very difficult conditions. And we're going to see a lot of that today. No matter how much you practice, you cannot practice for conditions like this. Swirly ball up in the air, it's going everywhere. Wind very, very difficult for players today.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of kicking, Aidan. Just saw it came at him at fierce speed, very difficult to control.
You're taught from a very young age, from this age and younger, to use the conditions to your advantage. That's what we're going to see today. A lot of high balls in the back 3.
St. Michael's coach Andy Skeen looking on. So difficult for the coaches to just have to sit and watch the early moments and hope nothing crazy happens and the side settle into the game plan.
On side 9.
St. Michael's have the possession from their scrum. Barry Fitzpatrick goes down the narrow side. A little bit of miscommunication maybe, but it's worked out okay. Crossfield kick comes, taken on the first bounce. Well dealt with by Sam Dardis. Is that going to find touch, or is it going to blow back into play? No, the breeze coming in over the stand kept that one in play. Jack Kelly comes on the counter. Terenure will have to watch that if they're kicking for touch on this near side of the field.
Okay.
Ball quickly away through the hands of the halfbacks into midfield. Big tackle. St. Michael's looking strong with ball in hand in the early parts of this game. Baird with the carry.
Away purple.
Oh, was that knocked on? The ball bubbles away. That certainly was the second time. Terenure chase up. Zach Vaughan.
Yeah, it's the type of day you need to take the ball, shorten your passes, get players, make sure only to give the ball if it's on. And we can see a lot of ball taken on by the forwards today. There's no need for that cross kick that we saw from Michaels earlier on. Play the conditions, keep it in the corners, keep it on the side of the pitch you're in, because crossfield kick can be treacherous. It can come back in your own side with this swirling wind.
Well, we've just been told there's a late change to the Terenure side. John Murphy is in at fullback in place of Sam Dardis. Sam Dardis will be a loss to Terenure, Aidan.
Huge loss, although this weather wouldn't really suit Sam Dardis unless it was a knock on or a turnover in some respect.
So everyone's okay. Another scrum for St. Michael's here. Solid in the first scrum. Jack Boyden, Jake Jacob Henry Hayes and Sean Collins up against Ronan Kelleher, Stephen Judge and Samuel Griffin.
No. Okay, remember what I asked for? Square shoulder, long bite, yeah? Make sure you give it. Okay, I'll have a close look here. Head above hip.
It's kind of scrum now. You need to tighten up your back line, bring them a little bit closer, maybe hit your 12 up the centre, and just keep it tight in the forwards thereafter.
Well, the scrum turning, it'll be a reset. Still a St. Michael's ball.
I'll be happy with that, but second bite of the cherry, you need to use these opportunities.
Here we see a replay of that scrummage. Yeah, Terenure driving. It looked like they were going forward, but referee's closer than we are, Aidan. Better ball this time. Short pass, centres working well together, but the defence stood up. James Hickey brought to ground, ball recycled quickly, all the way out wide.
Roll tackler, purple.
Big tackle comes in and Christopher Carey, but again, super recycling.
6 away, out of the zone.
Jack Dunn into a big contact in midfield. Michaels are lined up here, can they get through the ball? They rush up defence, just cut out the passing option, and it's worked out well for Terenure. They work to try and get the ball all the way wide. Has it come off a hand? But no advantage accruing. Back to go for the knock-on.
Good play from St. Michael's, nicely through the hands at the back line. What we said, what we predicted, smash up the centres. The only thing missing there for me, John, forwards going the same way. And here we see the Terenure defence coming up really hard, and then looking for the offload when it wasn't on. They're the type of things you need. It's very, very hard for players because you train yourself to do these things as automatic gestures. You need to get that out of your head on a day like today, and actually cut out a bit of the skill and just tuck the ball under your jumper and go a little bit harder.
So another break in the play. Jack O'Hare has come into the action for Terenure. You see him wearing number 18.
And you stay in. I don't want your body coming out this angle, okay? You understand?
A little bit of coaching for the front rows from the referee. Always helps.
7. You start here, yeah?
Interesting option here from St. Michael's. They've taken out the back row. Scott Penny, scrum half. Tomas Colleen has gone to the number 8 slot in the scrum. Bit of a shunt from St. Michael's. They seem to have the upper hand in the scrum. Fabian gets the ball away. Kerwin, short flat pass.
Away.
Pass just not going to hand. St. Michael's scrambled through. They've turned it over here. Go to that left-hand side. Little reverse pass in. Fumbled again. They'll go back for the first one.
Purple, second one.
Breeze making it handling very difficult, Aidan.
It just needs the captains on either side and maybe the coaches via the water boys, via whatever help can get on the pitch to get the message in. Shorten the passes. Don't push it when it's not on. Scrum half needs to shorten his passes as well, because we're going to just see error after error today. There's no need for that type of pass. Hit the man that's closest to you today of all days. With this kind of weather, it's slippery underfoot as well.
Yeah, I suppose the instruction has to be get some possession, get a series of passes going.
It's one of those, just because you can doesn't mean you have to. Same with the line out, just hit 2, win ball. That's number 1 rule.
Stay bad.
A little bit scrappy that time, but Michaels have the ball. Oh, lovely pass, lovely run from Kelly. He's in his space. Jack Kelly's going to score! First try of the game to St. Michael's. What a brilliant, brilliant finish from Jack Kelly. We'll see that in a moment. His run into the line was just terrific, completely through the defence. And St. Michael's, one from the training paddock, I'd say, Aidan, but it worked a dream.
Beautiful timing by all players. Well rehearsed move.
Here we see it again. It's a long pass out to Harry Byrne, but he picks the pass perfectly.
So once you retreat, your offside line is
Jack Kelly almost untouched from outside the 22. Brilliant finish.
And it's the work off the ball that's key in that type of movements. The players running the dummy lines, they pulled the defence out of the line for Terenure. That created a gap. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Conversion attempt to come from Harry Byrne. Just getting the ball held on the kicking tee. It really is blustery. That's what's facing Byrne, who wants to aim at that right-hand post as he looks. Oh, pulled it badly to the left-hand side.
Well, it's just show the viewers at home exactly what you're dealing with today. He's a good kicker. Ball, the wind is swirling down here in Donnybrook. Very difficult to even get a decent kick on the ball.
Well, you heard his roar of disappointment. He knew as soon as he made contact that he hadn't got through it. But St. Michael's have the early lead. That one's hung up nicely. Fitzpatrick with a cash. Upstick kick downfield. Taken safely by John Murphy. Fabian to Kerwin. Kerwin moves it on. Amelia brought down Terenure, driven back about 5 metres. Henry Hayes, the hooker, good little half break from him. Fabian very tricky with ball in hand, couldn't get away on that occasion from James Hickey. Well, back rows for Terenure linking up well together, Clerkin and O'Sullivan. Well, this is better from Terenure. Just need this passage of play where they hold on to possession, running a little bit wide here, and the pass just doesn't go to hand. They couldn't find Christian Collins.
Just probably, again, better off just going himself, not pushing the pass. When it's not on, don't give it.
Take a step, Simon.
So after the passage of play there from Terenure, it just goes astray at the end.
Take the line.
Did you get an idea?
Take the line. Take the line.
Seen some good phase play though by both teams. They're going through the phases quite well, recycling the ball quickly. Scrum half's getting it quickly.
Join.
There you see from the touch judge's flag. Just watch it for a moment. It's fluttering around everywhere. It was blowing hard downfield a moment ago. There's the ball taken on the breeze once again. Oh, good hands, nice little chip through, and good footwork from Baird, and the ball slips through. Terenure under a little bit of pressure, back to their own 22. Did well to get the ball out of the tackle. Fabian did well to get in front of his forwards. And now the big men try and drive upfield. Oh, lovely offload.
12, move, 5 away.
Well, the second one wasn't quite there, but Dignam did very well. Here come Terenure once again, looking to move the ball wide. Vaughan tackled, did really well to offload. In support was Ted O'Donoghue. Terenure have kept the ball in play. Fabian to Kerwin, moved on into midfield, but the St. Michael's defence right up in their faces. That's gone off a foot. There might be an overlap here. Lovely hands. Ball all the way wide left. Lovely little step and reverse again. Is there going to be a chance in the corner? Second try for St. Michael's, and it's in. Wow, how quick was that from the turnover, the full width of the pitch. And the St. Michael's supporters can't believe the start the team have provided here. Excellent, excellent try. Great handling once again. We just see it over. There was a turnover in midfield, and St. Michael's reacted so quickly. Terenure looked to be well in control of the ball at this point. Just, again, that long pass causing problems, but just look how fast the ball has moved wide. Lovely little scoop through the legs there. And the ball out. Fitzpatrick was tackled, got the ball away, took it back again, and has the pace. What an athlete to make it in the corner.
Try the campaign so far, John. Beautiful work. Byrne's scoop on the angle that he was running as well made it so much more difficult. We see it here because the ball falls at an angle, and you'll just see how well he scoops it here. Look at that. And then we see Fitzpatrick. Look at his work off the ball again. It's all about your work off the ball. And as you said, beautiful finish.
Conversion is on its way. Very, very difficult from wide on that side. Didn't have the strength to get all the way in. So 2 misses. Very difficult attempt on that occasion. 2 misses from the kicking team, but St. Michael's with a 10-point lead.
See, that's the thing we're talking about, John. When you have the ball, it can be a liability if you're going to throw those long passes. So you need to protect it. You need to look after it. And you need to shorten your passes. No risky passes. And make sure the ball's going to hand. We've seen there why Michael scored from the turnover.
Ryan Baird made the safe catch. Michaels with possession. Lovely little step from Ian O'Kelly in midfield. Kept the ball alive. Terenure just need to settle a little bit. St. Michael's playing full of confidence. They have a lot of men wide here if they can move it once again. Ball kept in hand, brush aside the tackle. Fitzpatrick gets the ball away to Michael Heaney. There's a chip ahead here. Will the ball win the race? It's sitting up. Terenure let it go dead. They decide not to touch it down. It's kicked back. Not the best option. And Barting running. Can he make the corner? Brian McNeese has a little bit of a look. He says it's held up. Well, what strength from Ronan Kelleher.
Well, the ref was there. I wanted him to score purely for his take. Great catch by him. Great hands from earlier on. Look at this. Not a difficult ball to catch. Nice bump. And then there's just too many numbers there in the end.
Yeah, just landed on his back as he crossed the line. Very difficult to touch it down from that position. And good defence to save the try on that occasion.
And it was Kelleher as well who gave the great pass earlier on in the movement for the Michaels backs. He held on to it. He didn't just ship the ball onto the guy beside him. He waited till he'd been tackled and got the ball away in contact. He deserved that try.
Yeah, St. Michael's players really doing well off the ball, committing forward. A lot of players would make the pass and stop and get the oxygen back. But Kelleher followed well on that occasion. Fitzpatrick did earlier for his try.
I asked before the game, rock solid and square, okay? Start giving that to me, otherwise I'll have to take over. Let's go. And
he's right. Both sides really jostling for that angle, and they've achieved it sometimes today. But Michael's really coming to the ascendancy in this game, and it's dangerous times for Terenure. Just getting away from them a little bit, and if Michael's can capitalise on this position now, it's really an ominous sign for Terenure.
Okay, let's go.
Just a little bit of a break. Scrums will set now.
Yeah. Let's go. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Front rows go together. There's a good angle here. Nothing down the blind side. Ball into midfield once again. Plenty of options. O'Kelly did so well to keep his feet out of the tackle there. St. Michael's try for the line, have the ground of the ball. Brian McNeese having a long look. He sees the grounding. Third try goes to St. Michael's. Well, what an effort. Terenure defence is under all sorts of pressure here. Who came up with the try? We're not too sure. Ian O'Kelly celebrating. And he deserves a try. He's been involved in everything so far. Here we see it again.
That angle again that the ref's been trying to counteract was there. That just gives them those inches that are important. And look at this, keeps on his feet. His teammates get with him and drive him over. A backs try.
Well, good work by O'Kelly. He did so well to stay out of the tackle on the first occasion. Good feet and then great strength to stay upright, wait for the support. And when the blue shirts arrived, he was just driven over the line and he got the grounding. Conversion attempt, short step up to it, better contact, and it's good.
Well, they say that the forward should push the piano and the back should play it, but in that case, it was very much the backs as the furniture removers. Great try, and Michael's really, really on top.
On both sides, stay on.
Well, they have the breeze at their backs. Is it that much of a breeze? 17-0 they lead. 17 minutes gone in the game. Terenure will have to do something to stem this. Just see the ball there in the air, holding up in the breeze. Kick back low and hard. Zach Vaughan is underneath. The 2 tries in the first round. Can the winger produce a little bit of magic? Good tackle comes in, but good strength. Mos Khalid making the tackle on Zach Vaughan on that occasion. Fabian under a bit of pressure, looks for support. Mark Kerwin is there. Fabian back to his feet.
Backwards.
Well, the ball bubbling around. Terenure have secured possession on the halfway line. Fabian gets it away. They try a little reverse pass, see as their way through, but stern tackling from St. Michael's. And they go through the hands, brilliantly taken on the half volley by Zach Vaughan. Fitzpatrick, the try scorer, gets across. The ball goes loose, and it's a knock-on scrum for St. Michael's. Terenure just seem to be under pressure, even with ball in hand every time. Aidan.
It's one of the drawbacks of being such a powerful player that Zach Vaughan is. He gets away from contact. He gets away from his own players as well, and sometimes he can fall badly that way. Look at this, but that's Michael's hands on the ball. Really well played. Tackler made that. When you tackle, that's not your job over. Your job is to scrag that ball, make it as difficult as possible for the ball carrier to place it back, and that's what Michaels did.
Presume you have to do it really, really quickly before it's illegal.
Exactly. I didn't get into timing. That's a whole new, that's a bag of worms, or can of worms, John.
Again, the ball moved quickly and space opens up for Kelly. Look at this. Surely he can score a second. Kelly flying. It goes in under the posts. What about that from St. Michael's? Try number 4. They all rush forward to celebrate. But a piece of individual magic from the fullback, Jack Kelly, his second try of the game. We thought Fitzpatrick's try was good, Aidan. This was special indeed.
Didn't think we were going to see tries like that today. He just changed gear and side through the defence. Look at this. Beautiful scrum again from his forwards. Beautiful angle, because that makes such a difference. That creates the centimetres you need to get around your player. Beautiful flat pass. Look at this, change of gear, glides through, and easy for him in the end.
Yeah, under the post while you're watching. The conversion is good. Ball carried in his right hand to keep it away from the two tacklers, the first two tacklers, and after that he was away. Well, it could be a long afternoon for Terenure. St. Michael's 24, Terenure 0. I wasn't expecting anything like this, Aidan.
No, and 20 minutes into the game.
Catch and clearance from Byrne. Has he managed to get the touch? Let's get it in safely. Touch judge says he has. He's got every last metre out of that one. And when things are going your way.
Absolutely, salt in the wounds as well. You know, you mentioned the wind, and the wind, having the wind in the first half is great when you get up the scores, but there's a mental battle then for the team that are behind as a result of that. And this mountain is getting higher and steeper for Terenure.
And the bad news for Terenure, it's starting to rain here again, and rain quite heavily, so the conditions will get harder and harder.
Blue, hands off!
The side in front. Oh, when you're 24 points in front, you don't really mind what happens to the weather at this stage. The worse it gets, the better it'll suit St. Michael's. But in the opening 20 minutes, they've laid down a marker for every other team in this competition to watch out for. Again, St. Michael's up quickly to make those tackles. Terenure struggling to get away from their own 22. Fabian decides the boot is the best option. He's not going to get too much distance on it. Kerwin couldn't hold on to it. Kelly recovers the possession. It's been knocked forward, but he'll have a play or two. See can St. Michael's affect an advantage. Little chip over the top. Just wasn't quite hanging up in the air long enough for Michael Heaney to get in his hands. Try the little kick ahead.
there's a danger here for St. Michael's as well, because they're so far ahead and because it probably seems a bit easy for them now, that they'll lose their structure that got them the tries in the first place.
Yeah, there's a good option, and at that fallen into into McElheeney's hands, he might have been in. Just a little step and he'd a clear run to the goal line.
10, 15.
James Hickey receiving some attention.
22 minutes in, no penalties at all. Okay, keep it that way.
He's had a good start to this game, James Hickey, involved in pretty much everything.
Off the breakdowns.
It's such a horrible feeling being in Terenure's shoes right now. You feel pinned into the corners in positions like this. For the kickers, they feel they can't clear their lines because the wind's against them, and for the forwards, it feels like you're carrying a lot to get a very little return.
Well, ball competed for, goes back, which hand did it hit? Touch judge's decision. He's given it St. Michael's way. I think that's correct.
Okay, I'll have a look. Yeah, we didn't pick anything on that one.
Throw not quite inside straight shoulder on that occasion.
Inside shoulder. Option. Scrum.
Wise decision, these conditions, to take the scrum. I think the line-out's a little bit of a lottery.
Hold the 5.
Again, though, you get that ball. You almost feel a little bit powerless with that kind of wind against you. What do you do? And especially when if you're looking at the scoreboard, it's such a test of mental strength.
Let's go. Back row in. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Terenure scrum, 8 or 10 metres outside their 22. Again, that tactic from St. Michael's, taking the back row out of the pack. And the ball bubbles around.
Knock on 1, knock on 2, then played by 7, okay? First knock on.
Yeah, purple. Bubbled off both players, good decision.
That's the type of move, though, I'm talking about, John, that you just eliminate from your repertoire when the wind is like that. And you go back to basics of passing to the guy beside you. Yes, he's going to get a bit more of an impact, but you just take that on board for the day that's in it, and you play the conditions.
Brian McNeese just explaining the decision to Scott Penny.
Bind. Set.
Well, great field position here, options both sides for St. Michael's, and it looks like they've plenty of moves up their sleeve. What are they going to do here? Change of direction. Oh, didn't quite find the player, and the ball has gone loose. Hickey did well to recover possession.
Hold. Backwards again.
Again, the handling causing all sorts of problems. Samuel Griffin throwing his body on the line. Killeen gets the ball away. Pass far to Dino Kelly, did really well to hold on to that. Stephen Judge tidying it up, the ball comes out, stolen by Terenure. Now can they do something quickly on the counter-attack here? The defence just slipping across, the kick through is the option. Collins chasing. Kelly unable to control the ball off his knee into touch. Not a knock on, so it'll be a line out for Terenure.
And they needed that chink of light. Terenure, they just needed something to build the confidence back in. Feels like an age that they've had an opportunity. Good wheels. Fullback does well. Protects himself.
O'Donoghue with the chip through. O'Donoghue and Collins in full flight in the chase there. A little pocket of St. Michael's supporters over behind this line out.
Not just throw it straight on the ground, stay positive.
Samuel Griffin back on his feet, okay to take his place in the line out.
Clear gap. Don't pull out of
the medical staff and water carriers head to the side.
Hold the gap, take the line actually, take the line is yours. Take the line is yours. Take the line is yours. I'm not going to say it. Blue, take the line is yours. Take the line. Thank you.
Well, despite the calls from the referee, St. Michael's creep forward. Terenure have possession. Good carry from the captain, Jack Dignam. Bull moved into midfield. Well taken, tricky coming off the ground. Jeff Clerkin up to the 22. Fabian gets it away. Jack O'Hara, the substitute second row, stopped on that 22. Terenure badly need to get a score here. Kerwin into a big contact. St. Michael's defending the 22, doing so very well. No way through that time for Adam Melia. Terenure going through the phases. Can they create a little bit of space? Hickey with the tackle on O'Donoghue. Jack Boyden tries a little dart down the inside, couldn't find a way through. Quicker ball this time. Can they use it? It's into a little bit of space. Terenure with the opportunity. O'Sullivan, brilliant defensive tackle. The ball is still there for Terenure. Just take their time. Did they delay too long? Ball there again. Pick and drive the option. Big hit from Fitzpatrick, driving the ball carrier backwards. Terenure try that tactic once again. Not getting too much change out of it. Pack sense they have something. Fabian decides to go the other way. Pass is intercepted. St. Michael's turn it over. Oh, it's dropped on the 2 meters out from his line. It could be under pressure here. Body the wrong way. Can he get over the ball? Well, just comes back for a scrum. Lucky St. Michael's on that occasion.
Absolutely, but that really needed for Terenure. A little bit of complacency slipping in for St. Michael's, not as alert as they were in the first half. That was such a pity after some great play from Terenure, but this is what they need. The confidence they built in that last passage of play, very, very vital for this game.
Well, Eno Kelly was waiting on that occasion, didn't hold the pass. Started last match at number 10. So an accomplished enough outside half when he's needed. Jeff Clerkin still limping, but he's heading back to take his place in that pack.
Okay. Let's go, bro. Let's have it. The line is yours.
Jack Dunn, number 5 for St. Michael's, getting some attention as well, but into take his place in the second row. Terenure, everyone lined up to attack on the left-hand side. They get a little turn on the scrum. Front rows have gone down.
I'm going to have a look. Come over.
And nothing too elaborate. That's the key to this for Terenure.
That's okay. It's okay. I'm happy with you and him.
They need to build confidence. That means no knock-ons, no weak passing. Just build the score.
Well, there's the attacking line. Zach Vaughan, 2 tries in the first round. Something here might just give Terenure a lifeline.
No, it's moving. I don't want it moving.
Free kick. It's been tapped and taken. Here comes Terenure. Drive for the line. Held up a metre short. The ball is there. Another search for the line. Have they got across? Yes, they have. Brian McNeese says the ball is down. The try is awarded. The Terenure crowd react a little bit slowly. They didn't think the player was over, but it's a good try. It's going to count.
Front row. I need the scrum steady. It can't move.
Well, it came from there was the free taken quickly from the scrum. Great drive and carry by Dignan, the captain. And there's the pick. Good leg strength to get over. Ademelia was at the second row who got over. Mark Fabian is out of the 2 points. And Terenure 24-7 they trail. Is there enough in that wind? Aidan, as you were mentioning, St. Michael's, they couldn't get complacent and they just seem to have got a little bit. They've taken the foot off the gas. Back with a live action. The restart held up well in the breeze, but well taken.
Back foot move.
Stevie Barry securing the possession for Terenure. Fabian with the box kick. So difficult in that wind. 4 St. Michael's players underneath it. Ryan Baird wins the ball. Now Terenure can't afford to concede a score quickly after scoring themselves. It's St. Michael's, bodies lined up out wide. Fitzpatrick, the big number 8. Jamie Heaslip like with that white band on his head. Ball quickly away. Stephen Judge, the hooker, loitering in midfield, spins out of one tackle, can't get away from the second, presents the ball nicely. Killeen gets the ball, and that's gone away straight to touch. It's just slightly overcooked that time by Harry Byrne.
So take your gap, it's your gap, you take it. Clear gap. Clear gap, 2 meters. Blue, do not close the gap, open.
Terenure line out just inside the St. Michael's half. We're into the final 5 minutes. They throw to the back and the ball turned over. Spectacular take by Fitzpatrick.
Over now.
Again, moving the ball with ease crossfield. Terenure managed to get up.
Tucker May, away, purple.
Baird in a little bit of space, brought down, gets across the halfway line. St. Michael's just looking a little bit more comfortable with ball in hand. Good strength, great strength from James Hickey. On he goes. Stephen Judge into support. Michael's plenty of numbers if they go left. Harry Byrne decides to keep the ball in hand. They still have numbers left if they want to move it. Here they go. Kelly from fullback into the line. Shows there's more to him than just blistering pace. Good feet on that occasion. Baird at first receiver. Lovely little offload to his second row colleague, Jack Dunn. Dunn pinged for holding onto the ball. Good work. Jacob Henry Hayes coming in to try to steal.
Essential intervention by Terenure. A try there would have been really, really difficult to come back from. It's bad enough as it is. I think this is a good decision. Confidence builder as well.
Well, it was going to be difficult maybe to find the touchline. Terenure go through the hands. The pass just doesn't quite go to hand. Passes really have to be strong when you're coming cross-field into the breeze.
It feels unnatural to actually change what you're doing and make it a little bit easier, but that's just what you need to do, and you need a captain or some type of leader on the pitch to reinforce that every single breakdown.
Jack Cadell into the action for Terenure, taking over from Jeff Clerkin, who took a bang a little while ago, played on bravely, but now the replacement has been made.
And he's had a great game, Jeff Clarkin. He's really been everywhere, and he was essential in that lead up to that try. Great carry by him, which he got injured in. A good game. He can be proud of his campaign for Terenure.
Well, Terenure just need to get into half-time without conceding another score, but Michaels have the ball. Strong running in midfield once again. Quick recycling. Pressure on here. Byrne keeps the ball in hand. Terenure defence well organised. Here comes St. Michael's again. The big second row Jack Dunn taken by the ankles. Change of direction from Killeen.
Hey, off your feet, hey, let go.
Terenure competing for the ball. The referee shouting at them to let go. Ryan Baird, 2 second rows having excellent games for St. Michael's. Just as I say that, the ball squirts out of the hands of Jack Dunn. Knock on both ways, so no option to leave and wait and see. Was there an advantage to Terenure? The clock ticks on towards the 35 minutes. I think Terenure will be happy enough to get in.
Just to reassess and regather their thoughts. It's been a real struggle for them to get into the game. The early stages perhaps, but once Michael's got that third try in particular, it's been very, very difficult for Terenure.
Yeah, St. Michael's just looking that little bit stronger, that little bit faster, but they have the wind to the back. That's the way things are going to look for a team.
Steady after the set. If you can do it on your ball, you should be able to deliver it for them.
The referee's spoken to the St. Michael's front row a few times now about keeping the scrum steady.
This is the last play. Once we, well, it's whatever, 24 seconds.
So when it goes 25,
yes, that clock is right. Okay. Time on.
So probably the last play of the half. Clock will probably have gone past 35 before the ball comes into this scrum. And once again, Scott Penny coming out to act as the defensive scrum half for St. Michael's. Tomas Colleen in the number 8 position. Pass out to Vaughan. Can he get away? No. Good tackle. Or was the player tackled without the ball? Doesn't matter. The ball has gone forward. St. Michael's have it. Good tackle comes in on Oisin Dowling.
Advantage over.
Again, quickly through the hands. St. Michael's looks so fast, moving from right to left. And great work again by the prop forward, Ronan Kelleher. Slow down a little bit, but here comes St. Michael's again through the hands. Oh, almost an opportunity for an interception. That went forward, surely off the hands of Fitzpatrick with his back to the Terenure goal. And that brings the half-time whistle from Brian McNeese. An incredible first half. 5 tries. Terenure getting the last one after trailing 24-7. They trail now. They were 24-0 down. They trail by 24-7. Second half action coming up in just a few moments.
Bank of Ireland, supporting Leinster Rugby from the ground up.
The Alliance League's on Setanta Sports. Dublin travel to Semple Stadium.
Excellent score!
As they clash with Tipperary on Setanta Ireland.
So classy and very accurate. Another one for him.
While over on Setanta Sports 1, Limerick welcome Wexford to the Gaelic grounds.
Turns and swings it over.
The Alliance Leagues, Saturday from 6:30, live on Setanta Sports.
There's always a sense that something special is brewing on a Friday of a Six Nations weekend. The away fans arrive a day or two before the game, and they make the atmosphere different from any other tournament. Ireland has won back-to-back Six Nations titles. Winning counts. The Irish Times has always been big in rugby. It's something we do well, and the Six Nations is a big part of that.
We only realise how precious our fluidity of movement is when joint pain and discomfort begin. Revive Active Joint Complex provides all-in-one comprehensive support for joint function and mobility. With an abundance of ingredients like no other health supplement, our enhanced quadruple action formula give cartilage, bones and connective tissue all the nutrients they need to help your joints function as they should. With Revive Active Joint Complex, we put more in so you get more out. Find out more at reviveactive.com.
Wagamama, fresh and delicious Japanese-inspired food. Find your flavour at Wagamama today. Why not go salty and sweet with our teriyaki beef soba, or creamy and mild with our chicken rice ukari? We've also got a full range of juices bursting with flavour and freshly made just for you. Clean green for your pre-workout power, blueberry spice and all things nice, core juice for that mid-morning kick, and many more. Wagamama, South King Street, Blanchardstown, Dundrum and South Main Street, Cork.
This Sunday sun, the week's not yet.
It's harder to plan for the future.
You can plan to a certain level, but there's always the unpredictable.
When things get tough, that's when you find out who your real friends are. Talk to your financial broker about income protection from Friends First. It could help you someday if you couldn't work due to illness or injury.
Someone that's always there for you.
You're amongst friends with Friends First.
The ultimate boys rugby summer camp, 16 years in operation, recommended by professional stars Luke Fitzgerald, JJ Hanrahan and many others. There's French lessons, surfing, sailing, hiking and conditioning, all part of the trip of a lifetime. If rugby is your passion and you want to improve no matter what your level, visit our website rugbyandfrench.com.
Another gadget, darling.
It keeps my room tidy.
Well, it won't clean your clothes, will it? Go get some detergent. Don't forget the softener.
New Bolt 2-in-1. Wicked.
Bold 2-in-1 pearls with a touch of Lenore. So clean and fresh. Mission complete.
Mum.
At 3, we're showcasing our latest amazing offers. Like a free iPhone 5S with loads of calls and text and all-you-can-eat data. All for just €40.66 a month. That's bill pay as it should be.
Bank of Ireland, supporting Leinster Rugby from the ground up.
You're very welcome back to Donnybrook half-time scores. St. Michael's leading by 24 points to 7, but St. Michael's will play into a strong breeze in the second half. I think the first 2 or 3 minutes of the second half are going to be key to this result, Aidan.
Absolutely. We'll see. Now, in fairness to Terenure, they haven't laid down, they've taken it on, but at least they've a bit of wind now, a bit of ammo to work with in this game. It's been a difficult first half.
And straight away, a little handling error there from Terenure. Awkward ball. They didn't get up and control it first time, and when it came down, just difficult to... The ball was just outside the grasp of the next Terenure player coming, and they've conceded possession. Good field position here for St. Michael's.
10.
It's just what they need to eradicate from their game. They can't afford that if they're to come back into this game. Difficult with that wind, but focus is paramount.
Well, it's a chance here for Mark Fabian and Mark Kerwin, the halfbacks for Terenure. Just to lead from the front and dominate this game, but they need to get their hands on the ball. That's the problem. And the ball didn't go forward on that occasion. Led off for St. Michael's. Little bit of a miscommunication. It's gone forward that time. Ryan Baird got to the ball, but it had gone forward off Jack Dunn originally. Here you see a replay. Clean getting the ball away, was floated a little bit in front of Jack Dunn. He slid in to try and control it, couldn't hold on to it.
Hold the push, Blue.
Big shove again from St. Michael's, so they have to hold the push. A lovely kick downfield. This is what Terenure need. Get territory first, then get onto the ball.
That's exactly what they were deprived of in the first half. They felt boxed into that corner. Trying to get out of there is very difficult through your forwards. Trying to kick, it feels like you can't kick very far. When you do, you get 5-10 meters and you feel like you've gone nowhere. It's a very difficult position to play out of.
Oh, beautifully judged kick cross field. There's a bit of a side breeze coming across as well, which would help it towards that touchline, but Kerwin judged it to perfection. Baird rises and wins the ball.
Okay.
First chance to see St. Michael's mauling. It's been their back line really that we've seen so far, and here comes the back line away through a soft challenge. Kelly just had to wait for the ball, but he did well to get it away to Carey. Big tackle comes in, Carey back to his feet. Murphy was wrestling for the ball. Here comes Baird, the second row. His driving legs taking him to the 10-meter line. Kelly at first receiver, steps inside one tackle, almost got away from the second. Rolls to get his body the right side of the ball. It's good again from St. Michael's. Here comes Baird once again. It's gone loose from the tackle though. Turnover ball for Terenure. Can they strike from deep? Referee shouts advantage over. Terenure have to play it now. The St. Michael's defence across quickly. Terenure just getting there in time to avoid the ball being stolen. O'Sullivan coming onto the ball at pace, dump backwards. Here comes Fabian. Big hit on the scrum half.
Hold, back foot. Okay.
Terenure struggling to make ground. They just want to set up another platform. See can they open up the defence.
Okay.
Is that coming down in play? It is indeed well controlled, tight to the touchline. Good chase by Terenure. Got the ball catcher to ground pretty quickly. St. Michael's just taking their eye off the ball and unlucky.
Then purple.
Jack Boyden desperately trying to control it with the boot. Almost held on to it, but it was knocked down by St. Michael's first.
That's a great take by Heaney there. We see it there in the replay. Really good work, and then great footwork. And one thing I've been impressed by both teams throughout this game is that their intelligence of their ball placement. So they're really working hard to place that ball well for the scrum half.
Your coach John Coffey looking on. St. Michael's making a change. Jeff O'Loughlin coming into the action for St. Michael's. Christopher Carey just looking a little bit dazed. O'Loughlin on in his place. O'Loughlin started the last game.
Carey's had a great game. He's the back three for Michael's have been so dangerous today. Led by Captain Jack Kelly.
O'Loughlin has gone in on the right wing. Michael Heaney changing to the left wing over this near side as you watch. Dignam pops the ball up. And a clever kick through. Excellent kick through from Mark Fabian. This is just what Terenure need now. Keep the pressure on territorially.
And this game can easily turn. That try before halftime for Terenure is so vital. If they can get another one here, build a bit of momentum, this could be a very different game.
Touch judge's flag again, fluttering around all directions in the breeze. St. Michael's throwing into the sunshine as well. That makes it a little bit more difficult. Oisin Dowling wins the ball in midfield and away. Great break by Jack Dunn, great strength. And on St. Michael's drive, look at that, 30 metres made. Two great charges downfield, back into the 22. Harry Byrne. Kicks well taken by Murphy, the fullback, coming crossfield, looking to see will something open up. Maybe should have got the pass away. Ball has been knocked on. St. Michael's turn it over. Harry Byrne quickly through the hands to Heaney. Kelly's in the line at fullback out wide. Great strength to come in from the touchline and keep it alive. Baird bridging over the ball. Terenure attempting to counter, not making any progress. Penny takes it into contact.
I'm there. Stay there, stay there.
Baird. Captain Kelly on his shoulder, but Baird driven backwards on that occasion. Still there for St. Michael's. Jack Dunn this time.
Tuck him out, release purple.
Killeen away to Harry Byrne, comes back infield to Kelly.
That's okay.
Well, good work from Kelly, just couldn't get away. Byrne passes, but he looks like he's in a bit of trouble here. The ball goes on through the hand, space opens up. Wonderful move from Hickey. Ball out quickly to Jeff O'Loughlin, the new man in, out wide on the wing. Pick and drive from Fitzpatrick.
Tuck him out.
Now St. Michael's come infield. Dunn just couldn't get the offload away in the tackle. Referee shouting at Jack Boyden to get out of the way. Kelleher comes on the burst. Terenure take him on the loose. The ball is turned over. Terenure deep inside their own 22. No time to panic. Have they created a bit of space here? Great breakout from the 22, and just on the chance maybe to not panic, hold on to the ball, threw it wildly in field. It's been turned over.
Away, purple. Hold there.
Well, St. Michael's back to halfway, ball in hand from Baird. Kelly. That standoff. This is Kelly, the fullback. Off camera. Harry Byrne is receiving some attention. Looks like he's done damage to his left leg. St. Michael's continue, a man down. Doesn't look like it though. Still playing with plenty of confidence. Jack Dunn brought to the ground on the Terenure 10-metre line. Ian O'Kelly, the acting standoff, does well.
No, you came in ahead.
The clear out coming in from the side as O'Kelly rolled back to make the ball available.
But brilliant play by Michaels all the way from that 5-metre line out. They've worked up the whole team, almost scored. You see a good carry here by O'Kelly, just gets isolated, and that's the effect of not having Byrne in position. Players are a little bit without the captain of the ship as such to direct play, and Byrne's coming off now. He's had a great game.
Yeah, Harry Byrne being held aside, that's sad to see. David Ryan comes on in his place. Ryan started in the centre last week. He'd probably switch in there and they'll leave Ian O'Kelly go into outside half.
And he relished this moment.
Well, it's discipline at the breakdown is excellent. Keep that up, okay? Nice on the back foot, yeah. Staying on your feet. Keep that up.
It's really impressed, John, by that breakout. The whole sequence of play from Michaels all the way up the pitch. They took a 5-metre line out and they got to about 10 metres past their 22, all in the same sequence. And to do that on a good day would have been an impressive feat, and almost scoring the other side of the pitch. Only a little knock on in the end.
If it's his head, he's gone. No. If it's a head injury, he goes. Yeah. He won't be able to come back out. You've said to me it's a head, and he's got a headache. He leaves the field. Sorry.
Well, St. Michael's arguing they want us to keep the player on the pitch here. Brian McNeese has just said it's a head knock. He has to go off. Referee's making the right decision. You just can't err too far on the side of safety.
Chris? No, we don't need a doctor. It's fine.
The reality, as a player, you never want to go off, but
he's not coming back. He's a doctor.
Milo O'Donoghue is waiting to come on. I don't understand why coaching staff bother arguing at the referee. I mean, how difference does it make? He's been asked to take him off, get him to the sideline quickly, make the substitution. If it's okay to bring him back, they can. But having the argument on the field just seems so pointless. But Milo O'Donoghue is on. Samuel Griffin has gone. It's fan touch, okay. Difficult kick for Kerwin going crossfield, but he's made good ground.
Yeah, there's a little bit of disruption in the Michaels back line and in the front, in the pack. This is the time for Terenure to capitalise.
Don't throw all the way to the back. No wise stuff. They go to the front. Wonderful work between the two. Oh, big tackle comes in. Henry Hayes sprinting down the line. But again, it's a good gain for Terenure.
Brilliant, and that's exactly what you want to see. That's what we were talking about earlier on, John. Adapt to the situation, adapt to the weather. Look at this, great play, interplay here, nice little offload. Should just come in field here, that's the key when you're in that position. Massive hit coming in from the substitute.
If anything, he was maybe a little bit too quick for his teammates. Nobody was coming. It was good work with Dignam at the front row.
That was Jeff O'Loughlin, it's fresh on. Big hit from him, get himself into the game. No better way to get into a game.
Jack O'Hare conceding the penalty, just a little bit of indiscipline. Ian O'Kelly wisely kicking. Well, a little bit of help with the breeze crossfield, but into the teeth of the wind really. Doesn't take too much out of it. Well won by Oisin Dowling in that line out. St. Michael's move the ball into midfield quickly. Lovely little handoff. Was it forward? Scott Penny, the open side, rampaging in midfield. Kelly just had to wait for that. Gets the ball. Short pass back to Fitzpatrick. I think Fitzpatrick has lost his boot as well. It was thrown away to the side. Here comes St. Michael's. O'Loughlin, or David Ryan it is, number 22. Great little half break. Terenure tigerish in defence, but Ryan Baird is there to tidy it up. O'Kelly almost glides through the gap, presents the ball beautifully. Killeen pops it up short to Kelleher. Very agile and speedy prop forward. Ronan Kelleher. Done. Another big carry for him. Brushes aside the first tackle. Terenure complete the job on their 22. St. Michael's go back to the right side, but the ball dropped in the tackle. Fitzpatrick steps out of one, steps out of two tackles. Beautifully timed pass. Hickey racing for the corner, and Hickey's going to score in the corner. A set up by brilliant play by the number 8 Barry Fitzpatrick, and a super finish from James Hickey. And has that sealed the game for St. Michael's? The navy and sky blue flags are flying in Donnybrook. Just watch this again. Just all seem to have gone, but Fitzpatrick, great feet. And look at this for a pass. Might have been intercepted, but just went to hand, and there was nobody going to stop James Hickey from there.
Fortune favours the brave, and that was a brave pass in that type of wind. Fitzpatrick, but great feet by him, and he's had a fantastic game for Michaels.
Yeah, please. Thanks.
All the waiting faces of the St. Michael supporters, the conversion to come. Very, very close to the touchline. Into the breeze. This is an almost impossible kick. It's on its way. Oh, it wasn't too far away. Good effort. But Barry Fitzpatrick, speedy, big, in the loose, and a handy enough place kicker now by the looks of things. But what a pass! Took the defender out. Terenure, impossible to defend after that.
Oh, what a take.
Ryan Baird getting up to secure possession. Change. Christian Collins is off. Mark Kerwin is off for Terenure. Oh, look at that for strength from Jack Kelly, the fullback. Placements coming in. Callum Ashmore and Adam LeGroux. And the ball squirts out. Terenure have it, but it's been intercepted. Good defence by Jack Murphy. The ball's gone forward. That referee's arm is out. Advantage Terenure. Getting a let off there. What a break by Eno Kelly.
He's got through a few times today, O'Kelly, and he hasn't panicked. That one just not going to hand. But on other occasions, he's done really well to link up with the oncoming player, because it's one of the problems when you break away. You're isolated, and you need to slow up and find a player, and he does that well here. This one just forced.
Yeah, couldn't pop it up. I think it was Stephen Judge coming on support.
He actually just tried to place the ball, and it caught a foot. He did the right thing. O'Kelly, look at this. He tries to place, catches a foot from his own player.
Maybe just squirted forward as he put it down on the plastic pitch.
That's specially formulated plastic right there, John.
Fabian with the box kick, safely caught outside the 22.
Tackle me.
O'Kelly thought there was an opportunity. Pass not quite going to hand it, go forward. Yes, referee blows the whistle for the knock-on.
So these scientists spend a lot of millions and billions of money formulating this plastic pitch, and you call it plastic, John? That's terrible.
Plastic's a very useful thing, Aidan.
It's rubber, John. It's just rubber.
Sean Patchell coming into the action, number 17. Sean Collins heads to the side. He's had a good game.
Here you go, lads. Here you go. School crouch. Crouch. Bang. Set. Steady.
Again, a big shove. It's gone very close to 90 degrees. Gives the opportunity to sneak down the blind side. Fabian chips into the 22. Which way will it bounce? Well dealt with in defence, but Michaels back 7 metres from their own line.
Back foot.
Tomas Colleen is at the bottom of that pile, so they've no scrum half. Tidied up well. Showing plenty of confidence, keeping it among the big men.
Hold there.
Oh, the attempted clearance is bobbled loose. Where's it going to go? Just into touch and go.
No, off purple.
Off a purple hand, so it's a 22-metre drop hand.
Good to see some substitutes coming off now. It's coming off the bench.
Well, looking at it again, I think that came off the head of Ryan Baird. There might have been a Terenure hand after that. Peter O'Byrne coming into the action for St. Michael's. Tomas Colleen heads off. So the replacement halfback's getting a chance for St. Michael's. 20 minutes to go in this cup tie. Sean Patchell, first carry since coming on, tackled hard and low. Terenure, can they inject a bit of pace here? Defence well organised for St. Michael's. Oh, big hit comes in by Scott Penny. Pass well read. Ball carrier lined up. Oh, there's a little bit of space here. Opens up nicely. Ted O'Donoghue into the 22. Is the support there? Terenure get there quickly and drive over the ball to clear. The flat pass tried wide to Zach Vaughan. Steps away from one tackle. Two sky blue shirts come in. But brilliant strength from Zach Vaughan. Fabian goes flat once again. Big hit comes in. Driven backwards. Fabian gets the ball infield once again. Well, Terenure knocking on the door here. Patchell. The replacement tight head is stopped. Fabian gets the ball infield once again. Terenure just need a little bit of quick ball. Oh, lovely little pick and drive. What a brilliant drive by the prop forward, Jack Boylan. Took on the responsibility and gets over. Is it a little bit too late, or does it give Terenure a little bit of a glimmer of hope here?
What
the conversion to come. This is where they went down the narrow side when it came back. Just watch the man with the red hat. It's not this time. It comes infield. He doesn't give up on it. He'll come back into your screenshot here. There's the pick. Just cut the defense.
What a placement.
Wrong-footed. The conversion has been taken. You just see the flags going up there. Terenure to within 15 points. Another quick score. And they'll just put a little bit of doubt into the minds of St. Michael's, perhaps.
And they've been impressive when they've had the ball in that position with the wind behind them. But what a placement. That blind placement by a very difficult thing to do. You need to be really aware of the ball.
St. Michael's 29, Terenure College 14.
And that coming from a prop, John. Jack Boyden.
Oh, the ball hanging up there, but the catch wasn't made, but it didn't go forward from the hands of Jack O'Hare. Back into the 22. Terenure can't go for the line. It's a spinning ball. St. Michael's let it bounce, but it worked out okay. Defense up quickly. Good work by O'Sullivan disrupting. St. Michael's just going backwards, but they still have possession. Jack Kelly, the captain, taking things straight into the Terenure defense. Sets up a nice platform. Terenure rushing up. See, can they steal the ball? Again, it's awkwardly. Boyden, the try scorer, was through. He played it with his feet sensibly. Jack Dignan, the captain, wins the ball, secures it for Terenure. Terenure looking to change direction here, but the defense read that move well. Terenure being forced to scrap for every single metre here. Boyden attempted to pick and drive forward, couldn't find a way through. Fabian moves the ball infield. Terenure just need to get a little bit more structure on things here, maybe. Conor O'Sullivan with the attempted step. Couldn't find a way through. The clear out came quickly though. Stevie Barry couldn't find a way through. Fabian comes up, asks questions of defence. This looks like somehow Terenure held on to possession. Have they opened up a little bit of space here? Back to Fabian. Can he get the afterburners on here? Ashmore up to the 22. Terenure still asking questions. Henry Hayes into a tackle. Couldn't release the ball. Scott Penny came to pants. Jack Dignam forced to come in from the side to protect the ball, concedes the penalty.
Been watching Scott Penny, his work off the ball has been immense. He's on the ball every single time he can. When he makes a tackle, straight back to his feet. Real great open side play by Penny.
Eno Kelly has found the touchline. Here you'll see it again.
It's lovely play here.
Ashmore was tackled. As the next one brings the penalty. Henry Hayes taking it into contact. Scott Penny clearly on his feet, hands on the ball, that's okay. St. Michael's win the ball at the back of the line out, but the throw wasn't straight. Kieran Cahill there, ready to come into the action. Waits for the call, now it comes. Mark Fabian heading to the side.
Okay, ever since I chat, it's all been good. Keep it there,
Oh, Fabian's the place kicker. 15 points down. You suppose you know it's going to need to be tries.
Yeah, not a day for a place kicker, but also you'd love to see Fabian on somewhere else in the pitch because he's been a great playmaker. He's been involved in everything, even outside his duties as a scrum half.
Cahill rolls the ball into the scrum. Get another big shove. They've gone too far and they've wheeled it. Penalty for Terenure.
Stick it down in the corner. Remember how they scored the last time.
Controls wheel, please.
Stevie Barry will try and ping this deep into the 22. He's found the safety, a touch not quite in the corner, but it's a good effort inside the 22.
It's one of those balances you strike, John, between do I go as close to the flag with this strong wind behind me and lose the opportunity? How many times have you seen those kicked dead? I'd take that one anytime.
Well, certainly with the breeze you see there and the touch judge's flag. St. Michael's got up, got a hand to it. Terenure though secure possession. Jack Boyden onto the loose ball. Cahill gets the pass away. St. Michael's defence well organised, stretched across the field. And Terenure rumble on into that 22. Cahill gets it away quickly. Barry moves the ball on. Henry Hayes almost stepped inside the tackle. Jack Caddle sets up the platform. Terenure might have been better to let the ball go wide on that occasion. Maybe they'll go this time. O'Sullivan lined up, unable to release the ball. Stolen. Heaney onto it in a flash. Possession turned over, and all that effort from Terenure comes to nothing on that occasion. Fitzpatrick driving out towards the 22. Byrne getting the pass away.
That's okay.
Michaels just seemed to be able to make a few meters a little bit easier than Terenure. Going through the hands this time. Both teams committing numbers to the breakdown on that occasion. Ryan Baird will have Terenure manage to turn it over here. They burrow in, they have done so. St. Michael's come around. Cahill did so well. Here's O'Sullivan. Hickey wisely rolling out of the way quickly. St. Michael's up very, very quickly on the ball carrier.
No, you're out.
Ted O'Donoghue just a little bit isolated. Terenure being forced backwards here. Here's the try scorer, Amelia. Stevie Barry brave but couldn't find a way through. They go to O'Sullivan into his opposite number, Scott Penny. Penny in over the ball off his feet now, has to release. Cahill will move crossfield. Is there a gap opening up here somewhere for Terenure? Was it held in the tackle? Great strength. Pick and go again from Terenure, getting closer to that 22. They go once more to the narrow side.
12 out.
Dignam, their captain, unable to step around the tackle. Patchell just losing his feet as he tried to accelerate. The ball floated a long way. Difficult thing to do in these conditions. O'Sullivan did so well to tidy things up. Terenure, with all that possession, find themselves back inside their own half. They try the kick over the top. They've given away possession. Kelly fancies the counter attack from deep. Gets away from one tackle. He was slowed down. Stayed on his feet long enough to pop up the pass to Baird. Away comes Baird. Big tackle though by Patchell. Important tackle. Michael still have it though. Kelly at first receiver moves the ball on. Lovely little show and go from the hooker. Great strength to keep it alive. Gets the ball to Hickey. Now the ball just goes marginally forward. It's terrific stuff, Aidan.
Brilliant stuff. They're a pleasure to watch. When the back line so well versed, getting the ball away. Good hands, all reaching for the pass, putting it across the body. And the interplay with the forwards has been fantastic today from Michaels.
Max Kennedy and Luke Duffy getting ready to come into the action. Ryan Baird receiving some attention. Just Kelly shaped to kick and then off he goes. That was a great effort. And look at this from Baird. Yeah, just landed awkwardly a little bit. Yeah, didn't get up from that. Hopefully he's okay.
And the 2 second rows, both Baird and Dunn. Really good ball carrying all day today. Looking for the offload, taking the offloads, making the tackles. Some real good talent in that pack.
Baird getting back to his feet. Maybe just got a little bit of a twist on the turf. Back to his feet. He's okay to go on. Jacob Henry Hayes heading to the side as well. Kelleher and Judge going off for St. Michael's. On their places. Max Kennedy and Luke Duffy.
Don't whip it, yeah?
To Harry O'Neill coming on in place of Jacob Henry Hayes. At hooker for Terenure. Oh, can the fresh legs make a difference here? 9 minutes left. Cal gets the ball away.
Tackle or release.
Oh, big tackle coming in. That's one of the fresh men, Duffy.
Off the foot.
Ball bobbles loose, but it's gone forward off a foot. And the pass just not held. Pressure came in from Jack Dunn on the scrum half.
And you know that the weather's one part of it, but the other part is, and in the second half, Michaels really woke up to this. The defensive line for Michaels coming off that line at the speed of knots. It's been fantastic. There's Dunn. He's had a great game. Great ball carry. More like a back rower than a second row.
Yeah, the 2 second rows are very athletic, and as you say, it nearly gives them 5 back rows. Andrew Courtney on in place of Jack Dunn.
All right, let me deal with it, thank you. You're going to get a little tighter together. You're going to stay square for me and you're going to get long. Okay, understood? Let's go.
There's a slip in the front rows there. Brian McNeese speaks to them
closer.
And asks for a reset. It's still going to be a St. Michael's put in. 7 minutes to go. The clock just ticking away on Terenure here.
5, 6. Stay 9.
O'Kelly, nice flat pass to David Ryan, coming rushing onto the ball. O'Byrne gets it infield once again.
Back.
St. Michael's not looking any weaker with the men are coming into the from the replacements bench for them. That's Kelly with the carry up to the 10-metre line. O'Byrne gets it infield. Baird looking none the worse for wear after his treatment a few moments ago. Byrne gets it away once again. Kelly moves it on. A little bit of space. Hickey backs himself, doesn't quite get through the gap, but gets his body the right side of the ball. Big carry from Andrew Courtney, the substitute on that occasion. Kelly in the line from fullback. Oh, what a pass out of the back of the hand.
Knocked on in front.
Oisin Dowling just slipping it out of the back of the hand. The ball went forward. We see it again. Just goes forward. The supporting player plays the ball. Penalty awarded instead of a knock-on. And Terenure have found the touchline.
The wind is picking up. I just don't think the mountain's too high. It's too steep a climb here for Terenure.
Michael Roach has come into the action. Number 20, you just see him coming in to join the ruck. Ball quickly into infield, but big tackle on David Ryan. Terenure in the St. Michael's faces. Here comes the rushing defence again, but have St. Michael's managed to get outside it? Lovely feet from Fitzpatrick. Look at this for acceleration. Murphy lined him up well, took the big number 8 low. Cal thought about the narrow side, goes to the where all the players are instead, and that's gone a little bit loose. St. Michael's managed to tidy it up, keeping the ball out of the tackle. Good work. Oh, is there a chance of an intercept there? Dignam putting in the tackle. But this all suits St. Michael's. The clock ticks onwards. Roach almost threw a little bit of a gap there. Referee just gets out of the way of the ball. St. Michael's looking for that gap. Beautiful pop-up pass off the ground to O'Donoghue. St. Michael's now looking full of energy here. Terenure players beginning to pick up cramp. On St. Michael's go. They can go the full width of the pitch here. Kelly though comes back in field. Great strong running again from Kelly. Referee's arm shoots out. Terenure not rolling away. They've tried the chip through though. Murphy has to get across, does well. And no advantage accruing. They go back for the St. Michael's penalty.
Okay, time will be off.
It really is the difference in both sides. When they're both in this position with that wind, Michaels have been so impressive, getting the ball through the hands, going through first phase play, running around the corners, led by their captain Jack Kelly. He's been immense today for them. His ball carries, his awareness of the offload, when it's on, when it's not. He's been a great leader as a captain today.
Yeah, Terenure legs feeling very, very heavy here. Jack Boyden heading to the side. Score of their second try. Jack Dignam back on his feet. He's been all over the pitch as well. St. Michael's have just been a little bit too fast, a little bit too strong for Terenure. They're going to have a shot at the post.
Marcus back here.
From the blood a new kicker.
21 not rolling with the penalty.
They've been so balanced between forwards and back. I've just been watching the forwards for Michael's off the ball, and they work so well with the backs. They're talking to them, they're getting into the back line, they're getting into good running line positions, they're coming around the corner when they come around onto the ball, and that all makes such a difference when you're carrying it at this level as well, to be so well coached.
David Ryan holding the ball on the kicking tee in the breeze. Fitzpatrick has stepped back 2 or 3 meters, short step up, sends it on its way. As he curled it in, it's just gone to the right hand side and wide. He wasn't very far away. It's a good effort, kicked it low into the wind. Well, Terenure have taken a short 22-meter drop out, and it's worked. They've won possession. O'Sullivan gets the ball away. Zach Vaughan racing down that wing, comes infield. Lovely release. Has he got support? Oh, the kick through just didn't work out. Comes over Michael's leg, and Michael's react really quickly, secure possession, and are quickly there to help protect the tackle. Ball carrier. St. Michael's showing commitment right to the end. Fitzpatrick, good leg drive to get forward a couple of more meters. Kelly with a little chip through. Murphy has to come across. He's under a lot of pressure here. Well organised chase by St. Michael's. 3 in a line, didn't overcommit. Into the final minute of the game. Cal goes to the narrow side once again. Vaughan couldn't keep the ball alive, just a foot slipped into touch.
Good tackle again by Dowling. He's the ball carrier there earlier. Himself and Fitzpatrick have worked so well today, and indeed Penny. Two really tight units for this Michaels team. The back three and then the back row have been really, really good today.
The clock is right. Yes.
Well, the clock has gone red. There is just time for the line out. The ball knocked on by St. Michael's. But Terenure have to keep it alive here. Just playing for pride at this stage. 15 points adrift. But a try wouldn't be any more than they deserve. But the ball has been stolen. And Scott Penny hoofs the ball into the tennis courts. Brian McNeese blows the final whistle. St. Michael's have proved just too strong. They look a very impressive outfit, Aidan.
Very impressive, both backs and forwards. Often you see an imbalance between backs and forwards, but here you see them so well balanced, and I mean by that interplay between both forwards and backs and the communication off the ball, and they've been fantastic today. Brilliant tries. Try of the tournament for me was the Fitzpatrick try. Absolutely immense, and really looking forward to seeing these guys play again.
Yeah, St. Michael's well-deserved winners, 5 tries to 2, but we've seen some excellent play here. 7 brilliant tries, really. Some great individual play, but some fantastic teamwork. Terenure, they battled hard throughout the game, but St. Michael's really too strong all across the pitch.
Yeah, and you have to hand all credit to Terenure. They didn't lay down in that first half. No matter 24 points down at one stage, did not lay down, came back, scored that try just before half-time. And even to the death, worked really, really hard. They can be proud of their campaign this year.
We'll hand down to pitch side. Ben has the St. Michael's coach, Andy Skehan.
Thanks very much indeed, John. I'm joined now by Andy Skehan. Andy, what can you say about such a great performance like that?
It was probably closer than the scoreline looked at the end. Terenure came back really, really well in the second half. We made good advantage of that win in the first half. Got a bit of territory and we were able to build scores from set pieces. Overall, we're pretty happy with it, but we've got a little bit of work to do. I'm sure that period, about 15 minutes in the second half, Terenure dominated quite a lot.
In the first 20 minutes of the match, you managed to score 4 tries. For any of the other teams still left in the competition looking on, that must have been pretty frightening.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, the game's played over 70 minutes, so we have to play the game over 70 minutes. Our first 20 was really good, the execution was really high, and we've got to work on that last 50, so there's plenty of work for us to do.
Some brilliant individual scores and some great team tries as well. From a coach's perspective, you must be delighted with how well the plan was executed.
Yeah, I mean, more like we just said, that first 20 we executed really well, and we got in a little bit of difficulty after that, but yeah, overall we're happy, and I thought the substitutes actually contributed really, really well. When we were looking a little bit tired, a little bit jaded, they brought us back and made the game a little bit more of a contest in the second half.
Well, big congratulations and well done. I'm now joined by your winning captain, Jack Kelly. Jack, what a magnificent performance from St. Michael's today. You're back in the semi-final for the first time in 3 years. Just how does that feel?
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, I mean, we really concentrated on coming out hard, taking them from the start. I mean, they really came back with us, you know, to work to the very end. Credit to them, like, they really came back.
And your own display, 2 magnificent tries in the first half for you. You must be delighted with how well you led your team out today.
Yeah, I just got a bit of space, I suppose. So, you know, we had a few moves, worked well, and I mean, it's just down to the teamwork, really.
And Terenure threw everything at you in the second half. Just how happy are you with how well you held out?
Yeah, pretty happy. I mean, we're wrecked after that. They really threw everything at us. It was really tough just grinding out towards the end. Like.
Well, fair play. You played very well today. Well done.
Thank you.
Back up to you now, John.
Thanks very much indeed, Ben. Well, Andy Skehan and Jack Kelly edging on the model side there. St. Michael's we'll see in the semi-finals. The quarter-final between Clongowes and CBC Monkstown is at 3 o'clock tomorrow on Satanta Sports. The full-time score here at Donnybrook, St. Michael's 29, Terenure 14.